She liked the attention too.
Yeah, that's okay. The big sister. We already knew that we were pregnant. We were about 9 weeks along, and we went to have our ultrasound done. And the doctor told, he kind of made the joke. He said, "I hope it's not multiples because I don't do that anymore." And so we went to have our ultrasound done, and the technician, it took her a long time to give us some type of feedback. She was doing her examination, and we kind of began to worry a little bit. And then she finally said, "There's 3 of them." And we like, "3 what?" And she says 3 babies in there. And so we were in shock. I mean, my husband was like breaking out almost in the sweat, and I'm sitting there like, "What?" And we just couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe it. We already had our daughter. She had turned 2. I always wanted to have 3 or 4 kids to kind of have a big family. I only have 1 sister. And so I finally had gotten him on board with having another baby instead of having, 2.
Yeah, she convinced me.
He was like, "What?" And so I joke with him and I say that was the Lord's way of that was the Lord's way of being on my side and saying, "Okay, we're going to go ahead and give you 3 at one time so you can get your 4 kids." We saw the doctors and they confirmed that it was triplets, and then they went down the list of different complications we could have. It's like, you can develop preeclampsia, you can develop gestational diabetes, you can miscarry one of the babies early on, and they just went down the list. And so, they had some concerns with it being 3 babies. I had to take it easy. I had to go on maternity leave at 6 months. Elliott is the calm one out of the bunch. He seems to be relaxed, and I don't know if it's because he had his own space in there, because A and B were identical, so they shared a placenta. They were closer together, but I see. So that's Troy and Davis. I said A and B, but it's Troy and Davis. Elliott, he's just calm. He's relaxed. The other 2 babies can be like, really distraught, and he's like laying in the middle of them, like, "I'm not bothered. I'm not worried." And then Troy and Davis have a lot of similarities from what I can tell. If I'm the one that's here by myself and they're all ready to eat at the same time, and I'm like, "Okay, how do I do this?" But thankfully I belong to the triplet mom group, and they had given us a lot of advice about bottle propping. And so you can safely sit them up like in the boppy pillows, and you can prop their bottles up. And, you still have to watch them for, make sure they don't choke or anything like that. But you can prop the bottles up that way they all can eat at the same time. But thankfully I had a normal pregnancy. I didn't have any complications. They haven't had any problems since they've been born. They've been healthy. They were great sizes. They came at 36 weeks, which is considered to be full term for triplets. So we've been really blessed. We've been really blessed. Really.